Donkey Jaw Projects.
What is up, everybody? This is Marshall Lee of DonkeyJawProjects.com, and today is day 50 of 100 Days of Making Comics, and I'm at a traffic light. And if you don't know, 100 Days of Making Comics is the challenge where I work on my comics for at least a half an hour a day for 100 days in a row consecutively, and I post online about it. And this challenge was started by Mr. Kevin Cross. Check him out, he's awesome. Yeah, day 50, halfway through. I made it halfway. Can I make it the other half? I think so. It hasn't really been that tough, to be honest. Well, no, that's not true. There's definitely been days where I'm like, am I gonna get it done? Am I gonna get my time in? Is it possible? And then also, am I gonna get a chance to make the video? But you know, it is what it is. But it's been all right. I mean, I'm already like just really focused on making comics anyways, so it's like, you know, it's not too crazy. But so today I got a kind of a thought, a lesson, not from comics, sort of. So at work, I've been kind of, for the last couple days, there's a new guy there, and I've been kind of showing him the ropes, training him, sort of. Well, yeah, I've been training him. I've been working at this place for like 10 years. And, you know, it's weird because, you know, I think about my job as pretty basic, pretty simple. You know, I work in a warehouse, I do shipping and receiving, I do picking orders, I load trucks, I drive trucks to do deliveries. I tend to do a lot of deliveries these days. Well, lately I haven't been. I've been in the warehouse a lot, but I tend to do a lot of deliveries in general. And so that's kind of what my job has become. I used to work in the office too, but you know, things change, things happen. But being there 10 years, it's crazy how many things you pick up along the way and you don't really realize it. And you know, now that I'm kind of training this dude or whatever, it's just crazy like how, you know, I watch the person and kind of fumble around with certain things and have awkward situations, and it just is, it's just the nature of having a new job. Plus he's really young, so I don't think he's used to doing certain things, but he's doing all right. I think he's doing great, really. I mean, it only takes, it doesn't, you know, it's not really a hard job conceptually. You know, you can easily wrap your head around stuff. You know, it just takes time to get used to different things and whatnot. But once you do, it's easy, you know. So, I mean, it's hard work, but it's easy, like, to understand how to do a weird job or whatever. So, anyways, it's just interesting seeing this and realizing that, you know, you just learn a lot of things that you don't know. And also this reminds me of, you know, looking back at my old art, which I've done recently, and you realize that you have actually learned some really big lessons along the way. There's certain things that I see in my old artwork, that's especially perspective and things like that. And I'm not even that great at perspective yet, but now I know it. Like, now I notice what's wrong and what's right and stuff. So, you know, it's just really interesting. And you know, kind of halfway through, I think this is kind of an appropriate kind of video for the halfway mark. And, you know, it's like, I'm also watching a lot of videos like from professional artists, like people who are in the industry or work for a company or work, you know, are publishing books, even if it's independent, but for like something larger than just their own books, like most of us hundreds do. And you know, I've been watching a lot of that stuff and just kind of seeing how far away I am from you know, from that professional level work where I really have a command of what I'm doing and stuff like that, proportions and just all the fundamentals of drawing and stuff, and also writing. You know, I'm really far away, you know, from certain very high levels of work, but it's because I've only been working hard at it for a certain amount of time. At the same time, I'm very far away from where I started, you know. So there's this phrase that, you know, in Christianity, there's different preachers and stuff, and one of the preachers that I've followed pretty much all my life, that I mean, not, you know, on and off and stuff, but this lady, Joyce Myers, she's really popular, really well known. She's like a TV preacher, but kind of in a different vein, almost in a self-help type of vein. She kind of just helps people to figure out how to just live, you know, and I don't know, I think it's helpful, the stuff she says. One of the things she says that I think is interesting, and it is definitely biblical, is she says, how's it go? It's like, I'm not where I used to be, or what, she says, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm definitely not where I used to be. I'm okay and I'm on my way. It's kind of one of her like catchphrase type things. And it's true though, like, you know, that's exactly where I feel like I am, you know, with making comics. You know, I'm not where I used to be. I definitely have learned some things, but I'm also, you know, I'm not where I want to be, you know, but it's okay, you know, it's all right. I'm moving forward, and every day I'm moving forward, and that's really what this challenge is really about, is, you know, are you moving forward today? Did you move your projects forward? Did you make some progress? At least a little bit, you know. I want to get to the point where I'm making a lot of progress every day. You know, that would be freaking awesome, because, I mean, the people who I'm up against is people who spend, you know, 15, 16 hours a day. I can't do that. If you can do that, freaking take advantage of it, you know. Don't be lazy, seriously, because you're lucky and you have an advantage over everybody who is like me, who has to work, you know, a full-time job and has a lot of responsibilities at home, and can only sometimes, many times, can only get that half an hour in. Many times I can get about an hour or so in, but, and then, you know, weekends are precious, so like, if I can get a nice solid 3 to 5 hours in on a weekend, that's like, oh, cool, like, but I can't, or on a, you know, on a Saturday and then Sunday as well, you know, that's awesome, but, you know, I can't even do that. Sometimes on the weekends I can only get a half an hour in each day. Still, you know, things, it's tough, you know. So if you have the time, please use it, you know. I wish I had more time, and I hope it opens up for me to have more time. So anyways, the point is, you know, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. I'm okay and I'm on my way, you know. It's a good thing to think about. So if you're in this place where you're kind of compare and despair, you know, try not to think about that. Think about how far you've come, and just think about the fact that, you know, it takes a long time, it takes hard work, but before you know it, you'll have made a lot of progress that you wouldn't have expected if you weren't, and you wouldn't have gotten if you haven't worked on it every day. So work on your stuff every day. Very simple message, very simple, like, this is obvious, but it's also something that's always good to have a reminder of, you know. So I really appreciate you guys watching. You guys really rock. Thank you for taking your time out, some time out to watch my video, or at least listen, and you know, that's about it. You guys rock. I'll talk to you tomorrow on day 51. Day 50, signing off. Peace out.